All right, we're going to jump in. I'm not going to babble on any longer. Let's take a look what we have. We'll start with the outside first. You can see this is a strap-on model. It's a rare box. Then we have the gloves. These are great, Harbor Freight, hanging on a little clip. You got some fluids, some of the lights from Harbor Freight as well. I love these in particular because it's very easy to swap out 18650s in them. Short extension cord, some brake line hangers. Let's see what we got around here. Nice right tool, ruby handled, and we got a Pittsburgh pry bar. I just made a video on these the other day. These are some better pry bars. Check that out if you're interested. I have some more. What we have under here, nothing. Big magnetic tray down there, and at the very bottom we got a couple 3-ton stands, different wheel chocks, engineering hammer. That's a 1/2-inch set from Right Tool. And we got some long tire irons to use as pry bars, breaker bar. That's about it for the outside of the toolbox. Let's get into the main lid here. Taking a look at the back of the lid here, we have a spark plug gapper. We have a calculator, a nice chart that converts fraction to decimal to millimeters and millimeters to inch decimals. Very handy to have. We have a small tape measure. It's got a built-in magnet on the back. DeWalt car battery voltage chart. That's kind of nice to have. The Milwaukee knockoff Doyles. Mini pry bars. Spring hook. Mini pry bar, a little magnet. This hook set is my favorite. So if you're buying those cheap Harbor Freight, the chrome flakes off on those. And if you're picking in something like a carburetor around and inside an engine, you do not want to be flaking off chrome flakes. These will not do that, and they're freaking awesome. And that about does it for the back of the lid. Let's take a look. To me, this is absolutely beautiful. Can't tell, I got a 3D printer since the last Toolbox tour that I did, and I learned how to use FreeCAD, and I made this for my Tecton set. And I love it because I am very picky about how sockets lay in a box. I do not want them to be detinted at all. I just want to easily be able to grab them and put them back in. I don't even want them to be magnetized. I want them just to be free for me to grab. And I want to be able to easily identify what I'm picking up. So this is what I designed for it. And then back here I got the Quinn 1/4-inch set. We'll take a look at that closer later, but yeah, this is the Tecton set right here. Then of course we got the meme tool. Moving on over here, I have all my 1/4-inch ratchets. So we got the gear wrench. These are magnetized in there. We got the Quinn that came with that 1/4-inch set over there. It's the Quinn 1/4-inch master set. This is a SATA with a quick release. And then right here is a very good one, a Vim. This can get you into tighter spots than the Icon meme tool even. You can see these are reversible. Same with this side. And this 1/4-inch anvil will pull out, although it's detinted in there pretty well, so I won't be able to do that for you. Over here I have my screwdrivers. This is just a classic, right? Can't beat the classics. We got the nut drivers, Right Tools, 5/16 and 1/4-inch, the ones you use. And the best screwdrivers in the game, I think by far, the vessel's impact does. If you don't have a set of JIS screwdrivers, you got to get them. Even if you don't work on Japanese motorcycles like I do, they work better in Phillips too. So get yourself some JIS screwdrivers. And then I also got these Doyle standards. I feel like they're a good pair to match up with the JIS vessel impacts. And these last ones I've never used, but whenever somebody's over in my shop and I want to make them feel really insecure, I'll pull out one of these bad boys. Look at that thing. Now that's a screwdriver. And I'm autistic, so these are even color coded. Brown is for the wobblies, green is the straight connectors. Then along the back side, right next to it, we got some markers. We have 90 tooth Tecton. It came with my Tecton set with a quick release. Then we have the gear wrench, lock and flex head. Made a video on these, love them. These are 60 tooth double pawl, so 120 position. Over here we have 3/8 drive extensions, again color coded, black locking, brown wobbly, green straight, and then the Quinn 1/4 inch master set. And you can see this is another organizer that I designed. If you're interested in all these organizers that I'm making, I'm going to link my Maker World, so check that out. Over here we have a plastic scraper, metal scraper, and then we have the 1/4 inch bits back here. We got security bits, another set of various flavors there, and then of course 2 flavors of Loctite on the back. These are also really nice, so if you have to cut a wiring loom or electrical tape, we have some seam rippers and a scalpel. Those come in very handy for that. Now on this side, we have a cleaner, memory cloth, a multimeter. This is a very good one. It's all automatic. You just poke it where you want to poke it. Tells you what you want to know. Not the most accurate thing in the world, but like I said, it tells you what you're looking for. See if you're in the right zip code anyway. Then we have 1/4 inch screwdriver. You can back or turn into an extension. Another one of those that came with the Quinn socket set. And then you gotta have one of these, because the older they get, the less inclined you are to bend over to pick up your cigarette butts. Alright, then we're gonna move on to this drawer here. I call this drawer the pliers drawer because of the pliers. And you can see there's other things besides pliers in here though. There's the side cutters. This is my favorite side cutters. It's the Doyle. I prefer this over the Icon. I don't know what it is. I think the Icon just has that snapping right before it cuts that I don't like. I just think the Doyle's cut a lot better. I think possibly the teeth or the cutting edge on this is harder, which might help in cutting. It's different material, but I prefer the Doyles because they're more comfortable. I forget what this kind of pliers is called, but you can see it's good for grabbing on something round like a screw or a nail. This is an amazing 3-position pliers. Love this thing, as well as this 3-position needle nose. These are probably 2 of my favorite ones, as well as this one. I mean, Icon makes a lot of really good pliers. This basically replaces most of your crescent wrenches, honestly. Then we have the standard Icon needle nose. This is also a great one from Doyle, soft grip. Here we have an Irwin water pipe pliers. And then over here we have an Icon scraper. And then one that I kind of regret buying, this is the one that I probably wouldn't get again, the Parrot nose pliers. Don't really care for it that much. I heard they're good for working on like hydraulic lines and things of that nature, but I don't, so I don't use it. Over here we got everybody's favorite brand of vice grips, that being Vice Grip. I kind of prefer how the non-comfort grips feel, to be honest with you, so I usually pick these ones up. We got mini, I got needle nose ones, I got a whole bunch of other ones in my other toolbox, but got 3 different ones there. We got all these longer needle nose are cheap brands, Pittsburgh, I believe, so we got that. We got a 45. We got some hose pliers of different sizes over here, and then we got these 2 are even longer needle noses, one being straight and one being a 90. And then we have the next drawer here is going to be all hex and torque sockets. These I believe I got mostly off of Amazon, so I'm going to have links to all these tools, and I do make referral links for the Amazon products, but I'm going to put links even to the Harbor Freight stuff, even though Harbor Freight doesn't do referrals. Just, you know, I want you guys to be able to get at the products that you're interested in. I don't remember the name brands of these. I think these lighter blue ones are all Nikos. Nikos. Who knows how you say it? It could be either way. But I'm very impressed with all of these for not being a no-name brand. So I'd recommend those if you're looking. One thing that I like about these 2 right here is the smaller sizes get backed by 1/4-inch drive, and then once you step up to the bigger sizes, they get backed by 3/8, and once you get to the big boy size, it gets backed by 1/2 inch. That makes sense, right? I mean, that makes sense to me. Same for over here for the short hex. Then I got, you know, long hex, both straight, and ball joint. If you're just looking for a cheap set of regular Allen wrenches, then I would suggest this brand, Eklund. You know, nothing fancy about them, but they are made in the USA, and they are a very good price. You cannot beat it. This drawer is a work in progress. So you can see I got the wolf box whenever I need a quick blow. And back there I got weird ass ratchets is what I would call them. So we got the Pittsburgh swivel head. We got you really need a weird fucking angle to get that Django working. And this one, honestly, another no-name brand, is pretty dang good. The back drag on this is like non-existent, all right? It's got quick release. It's got a locking flex head that goes full 90. And it's got an extension. It's a grower. So, yeah, check this out. The downside of this is it's freaking heavy. You know, if this honestly didn't have the extension part of it and was just a regular ratchet, I think I'd pick this up first out of my other 3/8, but just because this thing is so dang heavy, it goes in this drawer and never gets touched. And here we got both for the Astro Nano sockets, the flex head wrenches for those. So I got both the 3/8 drive, which is what this one accommodates, and the 1/2 inch drive. You can see. Oh my god. This is not fucking beautiful. Look at this. All right, let's go over what we actually got here. We got Tecton regular combination wrenches, 6 to 22. We have Pittsburgh shorties. These I don't know. I don't really use standards very often, so I don't even know. These are ratchet and flex heads with a different size. These are cheap, no name brands, but they're good. I haven't put a lot of use to them, so I can't say how they stand up, but so far I like them. And then these long pattern gear wrenches. This is my favorite style, where you have just the regular box for breaking it. And then you got the ratcheting end on the other side. Flare wrenches. And then over here we have just some other random assortment, like this is for battery terminal. Oh, you're tipping over. Some old Tectons. Nope, they're not Tectons. Castars. And then down here we have the impact drawer. On the back row we got Harbor Freight impact sockets. These two rows are the Astro Nano sockets, 1/2 inch 3/8. These are some Arcans, so another no name brand off of Scamazon. Those are 3/8 drive. And then we have our Hercules ratchet, 1/4 inch impact, and small sized 1/2 inch impact. And that's it. That is my tool cart. Now, obviously I have a lot more tools. That whole 56 inch is loaded out over there, but that might be a video for another day because I feel like this video is long enough. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think of my loadout. If I'm missing anything, if you like anything, leave a comment down below. And just remember, I love you.